Alright, welcome to the stream. So the plan for today, I don't have anything prepared. Excuse the bad quality of the stream planning. But I don't know, I didn't have anything interesting planned, and so I thought that there was really no use in trying to fumble around for a bit before playing a league. It's already sometimes the content's already a bit fumbled, so I don't think that I'll be doing it. I guess I can. This is something I've been meaning to do. So I think that cycling is close to being good in modern. This is something that I would let me show Magic Online maybe. So I think cycling is probably in a decent shape. You have Fox, Adept, Hollow One, and Flare as your win cons, which are a lot of win cons. I think you can't play without Lightning Bolt, which sucks because the card doesn't really fit the plan. But everything else seems kind of fine. I would like to build a sideboard for this. Let's look at the cards that have cycling. So ideally, you need to deal with artifacts and enchantments from the side, right? So, are there any cards that deal with those? Astral Drift is too cute for this deck, I think. Okay, that's a no-go. I really don't know any cycling cards. It's too expensive for what I wanted to do. It's too specific. It should be. It's probably white, maybe green. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's Wilt from. God, there's Wilt from Ikoria. To be honest, I kinda don't like it. Kinda like this one more. It exiles, which means it takes care of Heliod. Just play the whole 4 because it's something that you well. I guess this does make it so your turns 1 to 3 are bad, whereas a 1-mana answer allows you to go fast from the get-go. So maybe there's an argument to split those with Wear and Tear, just because Wear and Tear is incredibly fast. What else do we need in our sideboard? Like, Blood Moon is probably a good option. Like, I'd imagine that this deck appreciates playing Blood Moon post sideboard. What else? I guess you kinda need Path to take care of those big creatures. Just a clean. Then some Wear Tear. Honestly feels okay. Like, you have a bit too much enchantment hate, but I think it's needed in this type of deck. This deck deals fairly well with this card. And I'd play the 4th Moon very quickly. And then, you know what? Because you have 1 slot. Oh no, Street Trade doesn't allow Gigantha. Oh, that's super sad. I was. Like these don't allow the Boros one. That kind of sucks. So this deck gets no free companion, sadly. Guess you could make space for. I guess you could make space for Obosh, but Zenith Flare is too good, I think. So I'm including some Graveyard Hate then. Okay, this looks like a cute deck. I'd be willing to play this if people ask me to in a league. Not today, because today I want to play Incinerator, but sometime. All right, let's look at our Incinerator list now. So Incinerator Burn. So for the main board, I have the usual suspects in the 16 bolts. Then I'm also playing Seal of Fire to enable Chandra's Incinerator on turn 2. When Incinerator came out, I tested cutting Swiftspear for it because my reasoning was that I don't want this many creatures in burn. However, because Incinerator's ability does help you clear the board, I felt that playing more creatures wasn't problematic, whereas cutting creatures made it so that the deck felt a bit more awkward because I am playing less reach with Seal of Fire here and no Searing Blaze, so the extra oomph from extra creatures felt nice. Someone once pointed out to me that with a Tarkus command instead of Boros Charm, you still guarantee a turn 2 Incinerator, because if you have an extra land in hand, you can suspend Riftbolt, it goes off, and then you untap, play Tarkus command, drop a land, play Incinerator. However, last time I tested it, it felt too into the Incinerator plan. Like Boros Charm's amazing reach for this type of deck. So I prefer to play Boros Charm. Also, Boros Charming an Incinerator is no joke. And also, Boros Charm dealing 4 to the face means Incinerator gets rid of some annoying blockers. Yeah, so that's about it. What else? So in the side, let's go piece by piece, I think. So I think that this type of deck that's more proactive in terms of pressure, I think Skullcrack's weaker. I like Vortex because Vortex is good against control and mid-range, which are this deck's weaker burn matchups. I also prefer Rest in Peace over Surgical because the only matchup where I like Surgical is Dredge, and Incinerator makes Dredge easier to take care of their board, so it means that the matchup can be a bit grindier, where Rest in Peace is better, in my opinion. Then Path to deal with Pro Red. I'm thinking if I want to play Wear and Tear, just because Leyline is too good against us. Right? Like if opponent's playing Leyline, I guess it's about the same, right? I guess it's about the same. But then again, the matchups where I'd want Smash Smithereens, Incinerator is already really good. So, all right. So I think that's it. Let's jump into a league. So it's Incinerator, Burn, Boros. Incinerator, Burn, Boros. Let me just look at the deck list. Four of everything. No screwing around here. Oh wait, the sideboard has 14 cards. Ooh, that's awkward. I think what am I playing in the side here? Probably playing a single. Probably playing a single. What single would I play here? I like Vortex at 4, I like Path at 4. I don't like any of these at 4. I've thought about playing Lurrus. I've thought about playing Lurrus here because it would be a key piece in post-board games where I can't play Incinerator. However, revealing Lurrus tells them that I sided out Incinerator, and a way to beat blue and black with Incinerator is making them mull for Incinerator, or for answers for Incinerator in games 2 and 3. Could play a Searing Blaze. Could also play a split of Wear and Tear and Smash Smireens, and then there'd be reason to go up to 4, 2 of each. Decisions. I don't think I need a third artifact answer. So what can I play here in the sideboard? What's a good burn card as a single? Probably nothing, right? So not a good single that I can think of. Is there? Guess I could play Deflecting Palm. Maybe a Skullcrack as the 5th anti. Sure, a Skullcrack as the 5th anti-life gain. Feels okay. Alright, let's get it on. Incinerator burn. Everything seems to be correct. Let's go for it. So if you've been following my last couple of leagues, you know that they haven't been amazing results-wise, but honestly, I've been enjoying them play-wise, if that makes any sense. They felt interesting to play. Even if I'm playing against more Dredge than I would like, the Dredge matchups have been super interesting. It typically comes down to like... It typically gets very close, to be honest. More than I thought it would. Which makes me happy, because there's probably room to improve that matchup. Maybe not a specific turn, but maybe I'm not facing the matchup properly, because I also thought that I had to run. But in previous matches I've had the this hand's perfectly fine. But in previous Dredge matches, I've been impressed by how much I can pressure my opponent on the board. My opponent rolled to 5, that's never a good sign. Because I have no Searing Blaze in the deck, starting with Bloodstained Mire feels like the correct option. This could be Storm. Very suspicious steam vents. It's a very suspicious steam vents. What am I casting here? Goblin Guide or Swiftspear? I guess Goblin Guide's fine. If it's a bolt, it's a bolt. If it's not, then Goblin Guide, it is a bolt, okay. So, no clue what this is, as Storm doesn't really play lightning bolts in the main board. So is this just control? Wow, another fetch, Jesus. So I am playing it like this. Don't think I want to play Riftbolt into the Teferi. Seeing as how this could be Jeskai control. This tells me he might have Spell Snare. Right? Why would he crack that? I am doing it here. It's not amazing tempo-wise, but I think it's fine. What is this? Honestly confused. Jesus fucking Christ, could you not game? First game on 60 cards with 20 lands and it's already this miserable? Does not look good for... Or rather, it does look good for my argument on the situation. But I think that with Incinerator, where you're looking for specific cards, optimal is optimal. If you catch my drift, if you know, you know. Oh, this is super rough. Not gonna play anything here. Playing into a counter feels miserable there. I was hoping that this Riftbolt gets countered, because then I can deploy my Swiftspear at ease. Ooh, that feels important. If this goes through... If I force a cryptic command here, it definitely has a cryptic command. Could also have a Snapcaster. There's that. It's the Snapcaster. Into Lightning Bolt. Okay, so I need to play it like this. I think this is the correct line, because now that Lightning Bolt's useless, unless he has Spell Snare. If he has Spell Snare, I can never beat this sequence. If he has Mana Leak, I guess also works. This sequence of spells does have Mana Leak. Okay. I could never beat that sequence of spells, which is unfortunate. But now, oh, now his Lightning Bolt's useless. Okay. Oh, he trades here. He still takes 2. I still have pressure on the board. He has 1 card. I have to be careful about Shark Typhoon, but he has 1 card. Hey, so suddenly I'm in a better position than I thought. I thought I was gonna lose the Swiftspear too. But the reason I can't wait there is because at this point in the game, I think I'd rather have the Swiftspear. So he has a Shark Typhoon. Oh, we shuffled it away, okay. He has to minus that. What's up with people playing Gruul now? It's not a Teferi. Yeah, okay. Done 0 cards now, though. A Goblin guide here would be amazing. because I get to attack that. And yes, I am attacking the Walker here. It's too much card advantage. My opponent's on top deck mode, meaning he's really... God fucking damn it, that's the best draw he could have gotten. He gets to steal my Goblin Guide. Or draw 2 cards if he feels like. Jesus fucking Christ. Interesting, interesting. Do I prefer having an Eidolon or a Goblin Guide? If I play this now, he counters it. Huh. I guess it's either or, right? That's a rough one. That's a rough draw. You can bounce the Eidolon now. Which is fine, to be honest. The harsh part about Cryptic Command is it dodges Eidolon. Is bounce drawing now? Oh, I disagree with that a lot. There are very few draws that help him. And if he's thinking about attacking here, he's dead wrong. So he needs exactly Spell Snare. I am playing Eidolon first. Going face here seems better. I am going face because I'm really not in any pressure right now. And honest to God, that Shark Typhoon would have been better for my opponent. Oh wow, another Cryptic Command. This is now scarier. However, if I draw anything, that's a cycle. Ooh. I guess I still go for it, right? It's highly unlikely that my opponent... He got the Spell Snare, amazing. Okay, so that Eidolon was never gonna... That Eidolon was never going to survive. It's too little mana for him to actually never have up. This is a mistake. This Goblin Guide cannot be attacking. Yeah, is helping. The issue is that is not helping me draw lands. He's helping me find burn. So you have the counter here. I shouldn't have suspended this Riffle, to be honest. Ooh, that's cool for me. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Another land? I think I cast it here. It's because it's super easy to cast. I guess I can play a land. If I draw Incinerator, I guess I could try to cast it. I doubt it would resolve, but... He's on 2 cards now. This is where the game starts getting dangerous. Because him being on 2 cards means that I really need to start hoarding spells. Okay, that works. That doesn't. Jesus. See what I draw here. Yeah, I'm gonna start the hoard now. I think this is important to get going. If he ever taps out for anything too big, could probably get under him. And the game is very controlled, I think. Timely reinforcements would be a pain in the butt. So spell. I think he has 3 counters there. Kinda doubt it. I think this is the place to fire. Could play a land first in case of taxing counters. That's fine, that's very taxing on the mana. Can pay for mana leak and still cast Skewer. Cryptic? You can't cast that, opponent. Oh, we used Archmage's Charm. Okay, if he drew Force and Blue Spell, he needed 3 spells basically. Drew Snap as one of them. He still has a Force for backup. He didn't. It sounded very unlikely. I think it wasn't even. He was just drawing cards. He wasn't filtering through them. Another land, jeez. It wasn't filtering through them, so I feel like that line was fine. So this is my plan. Listed like Seal of Fire. Cutting 1 Skewer seems fine. Sadly, I didn't see the Incinerator plan, but it's just too awkward to play against them. Even though him not being in white means that the fairy isn't an issue, which I kinda like, not gonna lie. When the fairy isn't an issue, I'm super down. Oh, this ends wonderful. Oh, now that I think about it, that was my opponent on a mull to 5. It's actually kind of impressive. He mulled to 5 again. Shouldn't be an issue, right, opponent? Just noting down what the matchup is. I have like 10 leagues to put in my little Excel sheet. This is the fastest Goblin guy in the West, even though I'm kind of scrying for my opponent, because if he sees something here that he doesn't like, he can shuffle it away at ease. But this is it's a virtual effect. He was always gonna crack that fetch. Even if he found something good, he would have cracked it because he wants to play a basic, really? Wow. Out of a tapped shock, just to save a little bit on the life and fix the mana. Oh, am I bad at this game? He didn't show me white, did he? Preboard. I want to slam Eidolon here, so I'm waiting for anything that moves, to be honest. If he puts me on one land, he might play Snapcaster here to block. See? Okay, now we slam down Eidolon. I think that Snapcaster tells me it doesn't have removal. This is the most obvious Archmage's Charm that I've ever seen. So that means I don't want to play that Swiftspear. That Swiftspear is a bit too easy to steal and make my Eidolon not great. Charm, digging for a lightning bolt. I'm gonna punish that by charming his face. Could have force, but that's 2 cards and 2 damage. So yeah, not ideal. He's digging for a lightning bolt. He has the Scalding Tarn to fix his mana. I like the position where I'm in. Still have plenty of resources here. A fourth island? So he has Cryptic Command, would be my guess. Which makes this Rift Bolt a bit awkward. Because he can now... The best mode of Cryptic Command is counter tap at this stage of the game. So I'm guessing this gets crypticked. Crypticked? No word. Or does he bounce this to make it cost more? Okay, he bounced it. Aha. Did my Magic Online lose its sound? I should put him to 2 here, right? Feels like a better line. Putting him to 2 means that I'm in a better position. Because if I ever resolve Eidolon, he kinda can't cast too many spells. If I draw a spell, I have double spell next turn, which should be too much for him to deal with. Yep. We're running our best spell, which is a Lightning Bolt. So we could go Eidolon. If he does anything, we'll have a Spike. We have 2 attack. Yeah, too much for him to deal with. So I'm glad that this version still seems to have... So here's my issue with the Atarkus Command version. Is that if you're holding Atarkus Command to at instant speed, like I hold... This isn't good. Although... This is 5 bolts. Do I ever mull 5 bolts? Kinda gets wrecked by discard though. Fuck, it's 5 lightning bolts though. I'm gonna keep it. It's literally 5 lightning bolts. And I want gas. With this hand, I want gas. I'm playing Lava Spike turn 1, so. Hopefully my opponent isn't like a deck that's too annoying to play against, because this hand does have the weak side of not being able to play a long game. Foothills, so this could be Ponza or the Mirror. Just going face here. This peak burn gameplay. Just casually having 5 bolts. This also means that at the second fetch he casts, he is dead to the 6th lightning bolt. This Ponza. It's Scapeshift. Amazing. You can't plan this shit out. This is definitely a highlight. Was definitely a highlight. He could double bolt here. He could double bolt. This deck does play lightning bolt in the main board, but hot damn, yeah. That was sexy as hell. Definitely want the Skullcrack. On the draw, I probably don't want the Eidolon. Don't want Path either. I'm honestly tempted to just play Roiling Vortex, because a Vortex on 2 punishes those turn 1. Yeah, Vortex seems really good here. Maybe even better than Skullcrack. Just a clean swap. Escape shit. Escape shift. So game 1 is honestly pretty good. God, I love me some Incinerator. Just love me some Incinerator. I just want to say, I get why people like Amulet. Casting big shit on early turns feels right. Oh, this hand is a turn 2 Incinerator. Let's go. Followed by Bolt into Boros. So this is a turn 3 kill. Yeah, we sneak this. So we have turn 1, Suspend Rift Bolt. Suspend the Search for Tomorrow. Even have Seal of Fire. So we do this. I started with the Sunbaked because if I draw a land here, I'm actually okay with it. I want to be double striking my Incinerator. I guess I cast Skewer here. Incinerator, it needs double Lightning Bolt. Or Lightning Bolt Abrade. Which, you know, is actually fine. Actually fine because he has a Farseek incoming. Yeah, he could have Lightning Bolt Abrade. Gets a mount. If he gets a mountain with this, I get scared. Not scared, just reality checked, I guess. Yeah, so he has double. He has double removal. Or Bailoth. Oh, sweet summer child. Would have really liked the double strike here. Guess I do this. Do this. Just attack here. Still has a lot to deal with. Notably, I don't have lethal next turn. Doesn't he need 7? Wait. He needs... okay. I think he needs 7, not 6. He sacked 6, right? Yeah, he sacked 6. This doesn't work. Does not work. This does not work. So did my opponent just punt or am I retarded? He just punted, okay. Yeah, okay. Wow. This is typically a bad matchup for Burn, because between Bailoth and this little bitch blocking, this matchup's actually bad. We just rammed straight through, but to be honest, Incinerator's best applications is against big mana, because big mana lacks answers and Incinerator runs like heck. And also typically has good text against their answers, because their answers often involve shit like Bailoth and gaining some life to hold them until the combo turn, and Incinerator just says fuck you, buddy. That went pretty well. Don't think my opponent could ever win that one. Even if he didn't punt, is basically what I'm saying. Ooh, very good hand. It's Shadow, okay. I'm assuming Shadow. Crack for basic, attack with Goblin Guide. If he plays a creature, I double guide and kill its creature. If he doesn't play creature, there's an argument to Eidolon to put him on the back foot, and then play the second Goblin Guide. I'm assuming Shadow could also be like actual prowess. Actual Lurrus prowess. Which is something you don't see too much these days, because I don't know why, to be honest. Lurrus prowess was once the best deck in the format, and Oh, it's Bogles? Fucking hell. At least I have Eidolon. Yeah, Eidolon here is actually good. Eidolon makes it so he doesn't have that great of a turn too. No lands though. I'm drawing all lands. Jesus, wow. I guess this Goblin Guide is just a seal of fire. Maybe I'd rather do this. Goblin Guide's basically a seal of fire. At this point, at least. Ah, here it is. I can still cycle this first. See what I find. If I find a Rift Bolt, Jesus fuck. Tempted to playing this Goblin Guide now, yeah. Keep blocks one, but it's fine. Ooh. Found him a land. It's a painful land. I know some of his hand now. The life gain here is gonna be amazing if he has it. He actually had it. Oh, suck my balls, opponent. Suck my balls. Again, the Goblin Guides did no difference. The land was on top. He was always gonna have it this turn. I basically lose from here, yeah. Well, the land situation is kind of getting me bad. Like, I definitely lost that game because of the lands. I want this. I want all these. I think my... Removal cards are definitely bad. Gonna be honest, my creatures that involve me attacking. Just leaving Goblin Guide in doesn't seem too bad. Shouldn't have lures for me to want to bring in Rest in Peace ever. Yeah, Bogles is still a bad matchup with the Incinerator package. This is a snap keep though. I can deal with a Leyline on one into vortexing my opponent. And he didn't keep Leyline. Interesting. So he probably has a form of nuts. Ooh, actually no. I like putting Seal of Fire here because it's better for future turns. If I ever get an Incinerator, this is just good. Plays a Boggle here. I'm assuming yes. Ooh, he shocked himself. So he has the life gain enchantment. Alright, so let's start dealing. Ooh, that's interesting. It's genuinely interesting. I can't cast it here though. Could set it up for next turn, but I think I prefer having Vortex. The next turn. Can do a lot of things. Sadly, Vortex doesn't go well with. Also have this. He put 2 in, okay. I could Incinerator here. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Well, that's actually gonna hurt a lot with my. I might actually be dead. I forgot about the Vortex interaction. I'm assuming my opponent just plays Coronet here. He has to have it. It's the whole reason. It's annoying. Ooh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm actually dead. Fuck. Fuck me. I killed myself because this attacks for 6. I'm not even gonna show him Wear and Tear or Incinerator. So I kind of killed myself. Oh, it's game 3, so I could have. Oh, I killed myself there. Should have played Incinerator. And then... yeah, because if I play Incinerator there, then he's kinda dead next turn. Incinerator attacks pretty well into that Boggle if he's forced to block. Yeah, I messed up that one. I forgot that the Riftbolt interaction, how Riftbolt worked. Still a terrible matchup, by the way, so it's not that big of a deal, but if you forget, people often ask if Riftbolt and Vortex isn't too awkward, and I usually tell them it isn't because you own both, so you get to choose how you play them. If you forget the interaction though, you get got by yourself. It happens, it happens. Still, I'm not crazy, right? Whenever I play these number of land spells, I always flood much more. Maybe I'm just... this is a good player. This hand isn't amazing. This hand isn't amazing, but it does have some potential. Does have some potential. Like, even if this Incinerator... oh, it's Hardened scales. Okay. Even if this Incinerator isn't castable, basically kept 6. This is interesting now. Okay, I'm gonna play the Ravager. Oh. That's a fast concede, which I like. Hopefully I didn't reveal my hand there. Path is super good. Super good. Rest in peace is super good. Okay. So I think creatures are dog shit here. Honest to God. Just too bad. And then Boros Charm is probably bad. This might be too reactive. The rest in peace is because his creatures dying have triggers, but I don't think it's worth to go that far. I don't think it's worth it to go that far. Does have enough free spells to warrant one Vortex, I guess. Wear and tear sucks here. I'm gonna keep this hand. This hand's really good. If I ever draw land here, I win. Almost guaranteed. Yep. There's an argument not to do that. Well, it's really not. The argument is that Eidolon's also really good, but playing that into okay. Yes, plays there. This is fine. Still not dead. I can still do this with a clear conscience. It's a big one to get through. If I draw land, I also get to path into Boros Charming, which feels pretty amazing. I don't draw land. I might just play Eidolon, and if he ever tries to play anything else, just start killing his things. Just kind of hilarious, to be honest. Ah, Inkmoth. Inkmoth could be a problem. Yeah, Inkmoth's definitely gonna be a problem next turn. He cannot win here, is what I think. Setting up a blocker, I see. It's very bold. Okay, so sorry about the sounds. The play here is wait until he attacks. Kill that. Put slurs in hand. Guess I attack first to guarantee that I'm winning. That would have been one big lures, boy. That would have been one big lures. This is a clean 2-0. Was alright. Wow, Incinerator is incinerating. Wow, I'm really surprised. Well, not really. I guess the meta is very creature based, and like a lot of decks that try to be cute play creatures, or not. I'm being rude. I'm genuinely being rude. A lot of decks that, a lot of people build around creatures because creatures have been what gets interesting design. So Incinerator kind of rocks those. It's kind of funny that the normal burn list has issues against creatures, and Incinerator just rocks them. Which, honest to God, when Incinerator got revealed, it blew my mind. It blew my mind that we now have a deck building option to play against big mana and creature decks. That's just insane for us. This hand's a Snapkeep, by the way. It's a Snapkeep because it has the... See, this is why I like the creatures in this deck. This deck could be a turn 2 Incinerator, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to open up with creatures. Play a creature opener. Because this just makes it so... I start putting tons of pressure early on. What is this? Snow-covered Island? Could be anything. Humans, taxes. Ooh, taxes would actually be super annoying. But humans, taxes, control. Probably taxes. Okay, okay. Let's evaluate this. This deals with Thalia. I like that this deals with Thalia. And not drawing land there means that I have to deal with Thalia. So it is taxes. Incinerator against taxes is weird because it's good because they're a creature deck, but it's also bad because Thalia exists. So, you know. That was actually surprising. Surprising. I'm holding my load here. I don't want to get blown out by a Thalia ever in this matchup. I think that's how I lose with the current board state. Thanks, opponent. I was missing those. Is he blocking? No. So that sadly that has to die. It's not negotiable. It's not negotiable at all. Well, these guides are very untrained, by the way. That kind of sucks, to be honest. Do I play around the second one, though? Oh, Thalia there would have actually been painful. So no Thalia, huh? Okay, genuinely, I don't think I'm supposed to play around this. I think I have to just go for it here. I'm primed to find a land. Sure. Hopefully still playing Incinerator here, which means... That's fine. It's honestly fine. A little less fine. A little less fine. That get... Ooh. Oh, it doesn't get it out of reach. Does make it a pain to play against though. Alright, I'm very close to just killing it. Not killing it, but... Oh, I should have attacked with Goblin Guide. Because he does this. And I trade with that Batter Skull. Just give it flying. Ooh, yeah, it gives it tons of stats. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I punted that, to be honest. Do I care about that? Not really. Hard casting that seems... Oh, I guess he's leaving up blockers. It's getting dangerous. I need double lightning bolt here. I need double lightning bolt. Yeah, I think my punt was not attacking with Goblin Guide that turn. I think my opponent definitely... blocks with Batter Skull, and I can kill it there, and it makes this whole thing very awkward. So it's my fault, all y'all. Burn spell... Oh, that isn't half bad, to be honest. It isn't half bad at all. Can I win here? So none of these trades with the Batter Skull. I guess the way I do this is I push some more damage. Even though attacking here feels super rough. He trades because he gets to keep Batter Skull here. Wait. What? It has first strike. It has first strike. The bot has first strike. Okay. Okay. I was losing either way. Wow, I was super losing either way. Alrighty then. That. Want that. Want that. What's bad here? Eidolon's bad. Creatures are all kind of bad, to be honest. Even though creatures put pressure early on, but... And they are lightning rods for... They are lightning rods for the... Fuck. I want to say something there, but I'm not finding the words. There are lightning rods for the removal, for Incinerator to stick. So I think these are the cuts. I want Skullcrack or Vortex. Probably Skullcrack, right? This is a keep, but not a very happy one. This Incinerator isn't coming in early, but I do have removal, I have wear and tear, which is probably good. If I go 3-2 in this league, I won't be too upset because Bogles was one of the matchups. And I'm punting this one away, to be honest. I feel like if the previous... I feel like in game 1 I had plenty of windows to come out ahead. I didn't because I forgot a bunch of things. I forgot that Eidolon, Goblin Guide could attack there to a good... Well, even then, I guess my opponent could just Flicker Wisp the Batter Skull to save it and still have it up. Yeah, okay, I wasn't winning that one. I think Tax is just hard because of the whole Batter Skull angle. I could kill Vile here. Could kill Vile here. Could kill Vile here. But this sets up Incinerator through Thalia, which I think is better. At least on the play. Jeez, my Goblin Guides are so messy today. Just drawing them lands. My Goblin Guides in the previous game drew him like 3 lands. No, more, like 4 lands. And this isn't a high land count deck. That also works, yes, that's a card you can play. Right, say go. Incinerator Trample still works, which is cool. I mean, since it... Okay, let's see what my opponent plays. I think the only way... Okay, so first of all, if he paths my Incinerator, of course I lose, but I think the realistic way comes back to this game is... Ooh, oh, another Vial? That's good for me. Yeah, okay, so if he has Path, there's not much I can do. That's just the way it is. Fortunately, that's just the way it is. So yeah, this matchup turns very sour when your opponent actually has the thing, basically. I want to do this. Yeah, I don't think I can play around trying more Incinerators here. So yeah, a sour 3-2 off of bad matchups. I wonder if there's anything this deck list could do to improve this matchup. Is Hushbringer something that Incinerator? Well, I don't think so. Again, the problem is that Taxes specifically plays Path. And Taxes specifically playing Path is what hurts here. And I don't like Vortex because it can be awkward. Although here it would be pretty good. Ah yes, more lands. Oh. I'm suspending that. No reason not to. I do have an Incinerator off the top if that resolves. Ooh, no cards for my opponent to play, basically. Guess he kept Vile Auriok. And is just going from there. Yeah, that seems like it. Or he has a, well, if he knows anything about Burn or anything about Google, he should be able to deduce that pathing the Goblin guide is okay. But I guess he should save path for future creatures. Oh. That's interesting. Guess I can destroy one of them. I'll wait here. There's an argument to wait, so I can destroy the one on 3 and then destroy it, and then destroy a Batterskull. This means Flicker Wisp. It's a weird flick. I guess it does trigger Thalia, Auriok Champion, and oh, like there's nothing he can flicker on his side. I guess this is a good argument. Yes, I can feel the game going away. Like, this is not even through my fingers, it's just through. Ah, great. He has a literal wasteland now. Christ. Hey, look, a lightning bolt that I kind of don't want to cast. This feels so bad. Honest to God, this feels so bad. Do I even want to cast this lightning bolt? Land in Arbiter is fine. Does he realize I don't have any more basics? I hope not. I hope he's just ramping for Batterskull there. That would be best case scenario. I'm still dead in 2 like this. I guess I have to kill the Flicker Wisp. Does he have another? No, okay. I'm dead in 5 now, which at least means I can. If this were a Swiftspear, I did keep my creatures in, right? Yeah. I did bring in Path, right? I wasn't that dumb. Okay. Not great, but it is what it is. Guess I could kill Thalia. Guess I could kill Thalia here and just... Oh. You also want to Ghost Quarter my duel? I do have to answer to that. By the way, the reason I haven't conceded yet to play a second league is that I'm not playing a second league. He has a pretty good Jesus fuck. Kinda don't want to entertain this any longer. But I will entertain it for exactly one turn. Yes, I will entertain it for one more turn. If I don't draw Incinerator here, I concede. I'm dead either way. Okay. Well, that was just a mess. Okay, so but Taxes is not a great matchup for Incinerator, to be honest. I'm not playing in another league, but here's what I'm gonna say. I went into the Discord to ask for suggestions deck-wise. Someone was like, "Oh, Incinerator." I'm very happy with the current state of Incinerator, to be honest. It feels very good. Like the matchups that I won, Scapeshift and Hardened scales can be hard for Burn to beat, but Incinerator just rammed through them. And then Bogles and Taxes could be, maybe I could tech against these types of deck. I don't know, I'm not sure. Or maybe I just didn't side properly. Maybe against Taxes I'm supposed to side in Vortex and just take it slow if I can. Instead of maybe having Boros Charm and Lava. I'd even cut Lava Spike, to be honest, for Vortex there. And then maybe against Bogles, I'm supposed to cut out the Incinerator plan. And then try to play regular burn with Wear and Tear. Like, Bogles isn't even that popular. Oh, but I think this deck needs to prepare against Leyline, because Leyline is too good against this deck. And if you get to destroy a Leyline, then Incinerator is still nuts against those decks. Typically, what decks play Leyline? My issue with Leyline is that it's such a non-card. I'm cutting these. Give me Smash Smithereens, because Smash Smithereens is also insane with Incinerator. I didn't like the Skullcrack in the side here. Their Everworld. Nah. I definitely didn't like the Skullcrack. Definitely didn't like the Skullcrack. Also, the deck, like, was it just me? I felt like I was flooding a lot more. Which is definitely not something that I enjoyed. Like, against Bogles, I feel like I lost game 1 because I flooded. And against Taxes, like, arguably game 3 got away from me. Game 2 got away from me because I drew a couple too many lands. Like, I was cycling them very early. Maybe it was just a pure... I don't know. I'll look into it. Not much I can do. I don't think I want to play 61 cards in Incinerator. Finding the actual Incinerator is just too important in my opinion. Ooh! I know what I could play here. I know what I can play in that slot. The single Lavamancer. Lavamancer improves taxes by a lot, right? It's another must answer creature alongside Incinerator. Honestly, play one in the main too. I need to run some math here. It isn't easy math. I'm thinking that. Fuck. I'm not sure. Either way, I don't think I'm not playing another league for sure. Even though it was a short stream, I know, but I started quite a bit later, and I still have things to do today in my work day today, which ends around 5 a.m. So I'm not playing another league. I am interested in playing deck suggestions from any viewer. I don't have many decks, but I could brew some stuff maybe. Also, if you're willing to lend me cards to play a brew of yours, I might be able to do that. Like if it's too weird, I might need the upfront cost of the league too. But the important bit here is that I'm taking deck suggestions if you want me to play something else. So put them anywhere that I can see. Alright, so this is it for today. See you next time.